Well, I'm airing up my tire again. The tire pressure was at 1. It's at 2 now. It's going slowly. It turns out I can't go to Discount Tires without them telling me I need to get it. I can't go to Discount Tires to get the free patch without them telling me they can't patch it because the tire's too worn down and I have to buy a new tire. So I can't afford that right now. At least not with them. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna go buy some Fix-A-Flat, which I always avoid using, and see if that at least slows the leak down and gives me some time to save up for a new tire. Such is life. Such is life. Alright, so I picked up some Fix-A-Flat. I will see when I feel like it's time to put it in. I hate using that stuff. But I'm at my massive public storage unit trying to figure out where to start. Well, I mean, I've started, but where to start for the day? Because I thought I'd spotted one of my old tool chests and thought there was surely there would be a screwdriver in there, but now I can't find it. So I deliberately left it alone so that I could come back and get right at it and know where it was, but I don't see it where I remember it being. So, you know, this all it all looks the same. Like what's in front of me. Let me yeah. Here's the nightmare, kids. Cardboard boxes are horrible. I mean, these have been through 3 floods basically. Um and a lot of them are just falling apart when I touch them. So, if I touch a box, I have to be committed to going through that box. But sometimes I need to touch a box just to get it out of my way to get to the box I had committed to going through already. And I think I'm going to. I have a tendency to be overly ambitious sometimes. Lighting's better this way. Because I was thinking if I go through 10 boxes a day, well, yeah, sure, that would be that would get us somewhere pretty fast, but I can't afford that many plastic boxes all at once. And furthermore, like the real deciding factor is that I it takes like 2 to 2.5 hours to get here after work because of the traffic at that time of day, and going through downtown Dallas to get here. It's a nightmare. And I don't think my car that's, on its last legs can be doing a 2 to 2.5 hour drive after work every single day, where it's mostly just sitting there in traffic, which is the worst thing for the car. Like, that's where it starts really acting up, is when it's on but not moving, where it's just sitting there in traffic. And I'm trying to get this car to last as long as it possibly can. If I win the lottery, I'll even replace the engine. But I mean, realistically, like where I'm at now financially, that's what needs to happen for this car to continue, and I can't afford to put a new engine in it. So, just trying to make it last, just like I'm doing with myself and everything in my life right now. Just trying to make everything last as long as it can, and maybe we'll get somewhere where we can finally get out of survival mode. But yeah, so no screwdriver. I would have just picked up a screwdriver while I was getting the Fix-A-Flat if I had thought I wouldn't be able to find it when I got here, because I want to get into those power outlets and electrocute myself. But or I want to see what's behind the plate, basically. Um Are there wires? Is there an actual, like, my dream would be that there would actually be a ready to go socket behind that plate that's just been covered over for some reason. Because I don't know why you'd have that plate um, over a hole in the wall that wasn't being used for power at some point. So, yeah, but today I think I'm going to try to find I'm in the worst shape of my life after a little over a year of this existence, this survival mode existence, and I haven't worked out in over a year. So I'm gonna try to find, if I don't have to dig, if I can just eyeball a box that says my workout stuff should be in there, I'm gonna try to find that and at least be able to do a little workout when I'm here. Because before, get me warmed up to tackle the chaos. But yeah, so I'm not going to do 10 boxes a day. I'm thinking 10 boxes a week is a good goal, and that will still put a steady dent in the mountain of madness here. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to work out even a little while I'm doing all this, because I can't get in any worse shape. I already feel kind of like I'm trapped in someone else's body. Like, it just feels unfamiliar being this out of shape. And at one point I kept gaining weight and gaining weight and gaining weight, and I was like, I'm not changing my diet. I don't know why I'm gaining weight. And then I was reading about how important sleep is to that whole process. Like, you'll gain weight if you're not getting enough sleep, and I'm forcing myself through the week on like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night, because there's so much chaos where I'm crashing on the couch most nights. Like, I get woken up a lot. It's usually 1 a.m. before I can realistically start actually going to sleep. And then I have to get up at 5 something. So, and it takes me a while to fall asleep most nights. But Friday I was so exhausted that I just passed out and slept for like 12 hours. And I got sleep last night after the zoo, and I've been looking and feeling a little slimmer. Every time I get sleep, it's visibly apparent that is the big problem right now with my weight gain. It's not diet, it's sleep. But if I could add exercise in there, it would help as well, because I can't regularly get enough sleep. I just can't right now. When I was in the hotel, started slimming down. When I was I think, when I'm house sitting, when I was house sitting for the Astons, yeah. My weight wasn't going up, it was going down every day. So I think when I'm house sitting for my friend Zach during the majority of my vacation, hopefully I can start slimming down a little, and if I can find my workout equipment in here, I can take it with me and I can work out daily. So that's the goal for today. Find the workout equipment and process some of this, go through 10 boxes if I can. Okay, the lighting in here is terrible. I don't know if you can see this. I also don't know if I can reach it or get it around this chair here. But that box says chest of drawers, Glenn. And I used to keep all my workout stuff in the bottom drawer of my chest of drawers. So, oh, what's on here? There's some. Ah, Glenn and Matt's first Christmas tree. I framed that year too. I guess, yeah, that was, yeah, whatever. That was a couple years ago. Yeah, I framed it 2 years ago, so that's from 3 years ago. Okay, this is not easy. Oh, there's a guitar here. Let's see, I'm trying not to wreck anything. Oh hey, more Castle Grayskulls. I am a rabid He fan. Okay, I don't know what to do with this chair. If it falls over here, that's not gonna... Oh, it seems to be balancing. Okay. Oh, fudge. There, come on. Chest drawers. All right. Got the box. Oh, I didn't get a box cutter. Okay, box cutter. From my backpack. Let's see if the workout stuff is in here. I don't know what else was in my chest of drawers. Oh, a whole bunch of crap, it would appear. Alright. What's this? No workout stuff. Braces. But I guess I'm going through this box today, because here I have opened it. Yeah, I'm not. What's this? Oh, suspenders, not workout gear. I didn't know I had this much stuff in my chest of drawers that wasn't workout stuff. No, they're not in there. None of my workout stuff's in there, but let's see, what's this box that was next to it? Unlabeled. Why the hell is there an unlabeled box? What does that say? Library Glenn's books. I can't have labeled a box that. That is way too broad, and there were way too many books for... Now I'm curious. Okay, so in all that chaos, I accidentally stopped recording. I thought I was recording the whole time I opened that little box, but it was literally just some random history books, like 3 books, 3 big fat history books, and not workout stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna just keep tearing open boxes hoping that workout gear is in there. I'll maybe find the workout stuff, as I will. I mean, eventually, maybe not today, but at some point my workout stuff will turn up in here and I can start making use of it again. And Yeah, meanwhile, I've got my first 2 boxes to go through already designated by having opened them. So, yeah, 8 more, and I can call it a week of progress. So, yeah, I'm gonna get to it now. I won't, I won't make you watch me open every box and transfer it into a plastic box. So, I'll check in with you in a bit. All right, so here's where we are in my quest to not die as of today. I made a lot of progress in, let me hold this, in my storage unit today. I got 3 full trash bags of trash out of there, thrown away, which clears up space, consolidates boxes. Like, you know, that's kind of what I suspected, was there would be a lot of boxes of trash, like objective trash that no one is going to say, hey, I wanted that. It literally, like, old mail with, like, junk mail. Like, I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff in there. So I'm hoping to find more and more boxes of just old junk mail. But, you know, and then there's boxes that just have a couple things in them that I can put into a new plastic box with plenty of room to spare. So the number of boxes is coming down, and that's good. There's a lot. I mean, it's noticeable to me. I can push my gaming chair back a lot further from the door now. There's more room to walk, stand, turn around just after I come into the unit, where before I could barely squeeze in there to push my chair back just a little. Because that's the gaming chair that was in my office, if you recall. It's now like right in front of the door. But I did have one kind of thing. I don't know. Like, the lady who works at the desk, you know, it's Saturday, so I was there during actual business hours today. I mean, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. I don't have Alzheimer's, I swear, yet. Who knows? Who knows what all this trauma is doing to my brain? But no, it's Sunday. So, again, they have people working there during the day. And she came and knocked on the door while I'm in there. And I opened it, and she looked gravely concerned and was telling me I can't be in there like that in my storage unit. And I was like, and, you know, she's just like, you can't be in here like this. And I'm like, what? And I told her, like, I opened the door, I'm like, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. I'm going through all of my parents' stuff. I'm consolidating boxes. I've got these color-coded stickers on these plastic ones that I'm moving everything into. I have to go through this. I have to be in here. I can't go through this if I'm not in here, and I've got to get into a smaller unit. And she seemed relieved when I told her that. But she still looked shook. Like, and when she told me kind of like some of the weird crap she finds, I guess that's what she was expecting, was to find me sleeping in there, or apparently they found people just go in there to have sex and stuff, and like, I don't know. So when she was assured that I was not doing any of those things, I wasn't in there making porn, you know, she said I could be in there, I just have to leave the door cracked. So, because I also told her, you know, the door is closed and locked because, I mean, look at this place. I can't get way back over there without not being able to see who's at the door. I don't want any of the creepy people who I see up here at night to have any awareness of how much treasure is in this vault. You know, I don't want people to see in there. And she understood that. So I explained to her I would be there a lot, especially on weekends, while I'm going through all of this stuff. But it was kind of a damper. Like, I mean, I can go and close the door when nobody's there who works there, sure, but I only have a few hours after they lock up and leave before, 9 o'clock. You're not supposed to be in that building at all. And like, if you're there at 9, an alarm goes off, which is basically like a get out alarm. And then, I have to go past all the homeless people who are in fact sleeping in the halls and in some of the units, and, just kind of say there, but for the grace of God, go I, and keep at it, like, I hope they keep getting away with it. Because it's cold. And I mean, I think it's horrible what's going on in this country, the affordability crisis, the fact that we can't, me, again, full-time job, making more money than I ever have, and I can't on my own qualify for a place to live. So I'm very grateful for couches I can surf on, because, that also confirms for me today, if I had ever tried and gotten caught to sleep in there, I'd have lost everything. They don't want you doing that, which is, people are constantly arguing with me about that. But as I've said in previous vlogs, I am done with the Glenn was right 2-step, because I'm like, no, I cannot and will not risk sleeping in my public storage unit, because if I got caught, I would be immediately evicted. They may just sell all my stuff. I would lose everything. So that was weird, but it also puts kind of a damper on my plans to turn that partly into like an office for, before they close hours, and plug my computer in. But I don't know. I mean, we're going to see where I get. We're going to see where I get over the next few months. But I am still, that dream I had that showed me that corner that had the other power outlets in it, I'm still going to explore that. But whether or not, and I think I said this in the initial video where I talked about that weird dream I had that got me to dig and go look at that corner, and how in addition to the power outlets, there were other things there that kind of just brought me back to myself, like reminded me who I am and how I feel when I feel good about myself, and stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, I used to have this on display, I will again. Like, it just kind of like setting up, like I showed you in a vlog or two back, some of the action figures I have set up in that corner now, just because I could. And just doing stuff like that, it's like, this is what I'm fighting for, is to be able to have a home and indulge in my little hobbies that bring me joy. Like, it's all good. And that dream, again, whether or not that power outlet back there is viable, and whether or not I can even realistically make use of it if it is, given that they may come knock on the door and say, you're not supposed to be in here like this. That dream still got me moving and feeling hope when I'd hit a wall of hopelessness. So I feel like everything I'm doing right now, the fact that the thing in the attic is going to be released on March 3rd, my new novel, all goes back to that dream lighting a fire under my ass and saying, hey, go look over here. Don't give up on hope. You have hope. Like, that's what those power outlets represented, was hope. Follow your dreams, and you will get somewhere where there is hope. So I'm still doing that, and still grateful for that dream. And I'm still intending to pursue, like, what can I do with those power outlets? I just have to go get a screwdriver, I guess, because I didn't find one today in my box digging. But yeah, I'm gonna get some more plastic containers before I go up there again. Screwdriver, tape measure. I went through some vinyl records that were my parents' that don't have sleeves or anything. You know, I counted how many there were. I'm gonna order some sleeves off of Amazon and something to store vinyl records in, you know, that's tailored to that. And I'm not gonna store those in just the general 66-gallon plastic containers from Target that I'm getting. Most stuff that fits in those I will put in those, but yeah, the vinyl records are, and the guns, all of the guns. I've never bought a gun in my life, but I was born in Texas, so there's like 6 of them in there. I don't know. I want to get a gun locker because I'm not comfortable with those just being loose anywhere. So yeah, it was a good day at Public Storage. And it's getting dark now, so thought it was time to wrap this up, but I'm about to go fix a flat. We're gonna see if this will fix or at least slow down that leak, since I can't get it patched at Discount Tire, which was not entirely surprising. It's just they always want to sell me a new tire, and tires are ridiculously expensive, like everything else these days. So yeah, so let's see how this fix-a-flat works. Okay, so air pressure is currently at 7. I think that's tight enough. I don't like how it's hissing at me. So this is always fun. Like, I was worried I was gonna put too much in there. But yeah, so I mean, it's going. I'll go ahead and spare you this entire process. Alright, I'm racing the light on this. But yeah, so it went from 5 to 33, but not with the fix-a-flat. I have what I think, it feels like that can of fix-a-flat is mostly full. But it stopped moving. It stopped shooting anything into the tire, so we'll see what it does. I'm about to drive around like you're supposed to after you put it in. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. I'm hoping that I haven't lost any air in the morning. I'm hoping we patched it up, but we'll see. And meanwhile, gosh, it's dark in here, and I can't, in the dark, find the light thing. So, oh, I know what to do. There we go. Now I'm pink, apparently. But the lights are kind of orange. Very weird. Anyway, so that's it for this survival vlog. I don't have any idea. I mean, we're gonna get the vlogs out of December at some point, but I have to get out of December first, because I know these are going up at best every 2 weeks. If I think I'm gonna have time to edit and upload while I'm house sitting. So we'll see. But yeah, these are going to be dropping in January and February. So you're seeing me in the past and wondering if I made it to where you're at. I'm doing my best, y'all. So thanks for being there. If you are so kind and so inclined, please do leave an interaction to feed the mighty algorithm. And if you want to check out my novels, short stories, the podcast I do called Autodidactica, you can go to my author website, glensladeclarkjr.com. There's links to everything, including to pre-order the ebook edition of the forthcoming novel, The Thing in the Attic, and Anderson Brothers Paranormal Investigation, which will also be published in hardback that same day. There just is not a pre-order for the physical edition. The pre-order is for the ebook alone. But yeah, if you'd prefer a print edition, that same day you will be able to get, or order at least, a print edition. So that's it for now, and I'll let y'all know how the tire does, and I'll talk to y'all next time.